Marcus Johnson was a hard-working 36-year-old black single father raising his 8-year-old son Noah after his wife passed away from cancer 4 years earlier. Every morning, Marcus prepared Noah's breakfast, walked him to school, and then headed to work as a senior project manager at Sterling Innovations, one of the fastest-growing technology companies in the country. Although Marcus was respected for his honesty and leadership, he never mixed business with his personal life. His boss, Victoria Bennett, the 34-year-old CEO, was known for being brilliant but emotionally guarded. She demanded excellence from everyone and rarely allowed anyone to get close to her. One Friday evening, Sterling Innovations hosted its annual celebration after securing a billion-dollar partnership. Employees filled the ballroom with laughter and music while Victoria spent the night meeting investors and clients. Marcus planned to leave early to pick up Noah from his grandmother's house. Just as he was about to leave, he noticed Victoria sitting alone at the hotel bar. She looked different. Several untouched award trophies sat beside her, but tears quietly rolled down her face. An executive whispered to Marcus, "She's been drinking since the investors left." Marcus walked over carefully. "Miss Bennett, are you all right?" She looked up with tired eyes. "They all celebrate the company," she whispered. "But nobody asks if I'm okay." Within minutes, she became too intoxicated to stand. Most executives quietly left, unwilling to become involved. Marcus couldn't leave her alone. He called the company's legal director and informed him that Victoria was unable to drive. Following the legal director's advice, Marcus arranged a taxi and helped Victoria safely to her apartment while the building concierge witnessed their arrival. Before leaving, Marcus placed a blanket over her, left a bottle of water and headache medicine on the table, and quietly locked the apartment door behind him after handing the spare key back to the concierge. The next morning, Marcus's peaceful Saturday was interrupted by a shocking phone call. Marcus Johnson, a human resources officer, said firmly, "You need to come to headquarters immediately." Confused, Marcus arrived to find security waiting. Employees stared as he entered. Inside the boardroom sat Victoria, several board members, the HR director, and the company's attorneys. The HR director spoke first. "Miss Bennett woke up this morning unable to remember much of last night." Marcus felt his stomach tighten. Victoria looked at him with uncertainty. "Were you in my apartment?" Marcus answered honestly, "Yes." The room fell silent. Several executives immediately assumed the worst. Rumors spread through the building within minutes. By lunchtime, people whispered that Marcus had taken advantage of the CEO. His reputation, the one he had spent years building, collapsed in a single morning. Marcus remained calm. "I have nothing to hide." The board launched an immediate investigation. Security footage from the hotel showed Marcus supporting Victoria as she struggled to walk. Taxi records confirmed the trip. The apartment concierge verified Marcus had entered only to ensure Victoria's safety. Most importantly, the concierge confirmed Marcus left less than 10 minutes later. Then investigators discovered another piece of evidence. The legal director produced the phone call Marcus had made before leaving the hotel. Everything had been documented. The board members slowly realized Marcus had followed every proper procedure. Victoria asked everyone except Marcus to leave the room. When the door closed, she looked down. "I'm so sorry." Marcus remained silent. "I couldn't remember anything," she continued. "When everyone started asking questions, I became afraid." Marcus nodded. "I understand, but fear can destroy innocent people." Victoria's eyes filled with tears. "I know." She publicly addressed the company that afternoon. Standing before every employee, she spoke clearly. "I owe Marcus Johnson an apology. He acted with complete professionalism. He protected my safety. He followed company policy. And because of my uncertainty, his reputation was unfairly damaged." She paused. "I take full responsibility." The room became silent. Victoria continued. "Effective immediately, Sterling Innovations will introduce a new executive safety policy to protect both employees and leadership during similar situations." The audience applauded Marcus, but although his name had been cleared, the emotional damage remained. At home that evening, Noah noticed his father seemed unusually quiet. "Dad, did something bad happen?" Marcus smiled gently. "Sometimes doing the right thing still brings difficult days." Noah hugged him. "But you always tell me the truth wins." Marcus smiled. "It does." A week later, Victoria visited Marcus's home. She brought no assistance, no luxury car announcement. Only homemade cookies she had baked herself after asking Noah's grandmother for the recipe. When Noah opened the door, Victoria smiled nervously. "I came to apologize properly." Marcus invited her inside. Victoria looked around the modest home. Family photos covered the walls. There were school drawings on the refrigerator and a half-finished science project on the dining table. For the first time, she saw the man beyond the office. She realized Marcus's greatest achievement wasn't managing projects. It was raising an extraordinary little boy. Over dinner, Noah laughed freely. Victoria hadn't laughed like that in years. Over the following months, Victoria worked hard to rebuild Marcus's trust. She promoted workplace ethics training. She created anonymous reporting systems to prevent rumors from harming innocent employees. Most importantly, she learned to listen before making assumptions. Outside the office, Marcus and Victoria slowly became friends. She often joined Marcus and Noah for community volunteer events instead of expensive business dinners. She admired the simple values Marcus lived by every day. One afternoon, Noah quietly asked Marcus, "Do you think Miss Bennett likes us?" Marcus smiled. "I think she likes spending time with good people." Victoria overheard and laughed. "I definitely do." Their friendship gradually grew into something deeper. But this time, there were no secrets. No misunderstandings, only honesty. 2 years later, Marcus and Victoria stood together at a charity fundraiser supporting single-parent families. When reporters asked Victoria what had changed her life, she smiled. "The night I thought my career was ending wasn't actually the worst night of my life. It was the night I learned the value of integrity." She looked at Marcus. "The easiest thing in the world is judging someone without knowing the truth. The hardest thing is admitting you're wrong." Marcus took her hand. "And the greatest strength," he added, "is choosing forgiveness when you have every reason not to." The audience rose in applause. Their story spread across the country, not because it involved a CEO or a successful executive, but because it reminded people of a timeless lesson. A person's reputation is precious. Rumors can destroy it in minutes. But truth, patience, and integrity will always outlast false assumptions. And sometimes, the right choice may cost you everything at first, but in the end, it reveals exactly who you are.